if you're a Bethesda fan, which is a sharply decreasing number nowadays, honestly, and you especially like games like Skyrim, Oblivion, Morrowind, or honestly anything like that, middle age fantasy roleplay type of stuff, you must at least check out Tainted Grail: The Fall of Avalon, because this game, it's absolutely great. Okay, this thing is just perfect. Okay.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm super excited to bring you this month's sponsored development update for the upcoming first and third person. Yes, I just said that. We're going to be talking more about that here shortly. Dark fantasy RPG Tainted Grail: The Fall of Avalon. Unlike previous months where
By the way, this guy's ridiculously over-leveled for this. Ignore. I can already see, okay?
the devs over at Questline would give me these large lists full of tweaks, changes, and additions to the game that they've been working on. This month, there's really two specific things I want to highlight here: release date and the third-person perspective, of course. But do note that they have been improving pretty much everything that you can possibly think of, and I'm going to show you some cool stuff.
Wait, how is he killing this almost instantaneously and he's level 5? Am I playing on the max difficulty accidentally? If I am, I absolutely love it, okay? One of the things about Tainted Grail that instantaneously stands out, except this, because again, the moment you encounter this boss, he, as literally any boss in this game, is gonna almost effectively reduce the volume of your head in a single punch, okay? Or on average too, okay?
As the video progresses.
Because this game, I love it. You know why? Because it's dangerous, okay? In this game, if you encounter 3 enemies and you're not ready, you could be dead. They're gonna surround you, they're gonna do things, and you can't cheese them. If you think you can just run away and heal, yeah, that kind of works, but it kind of doesn't, because a lot of enemies are gonna see you running, and they're gonna be like, and you're gonna die because that's a throwing knife. They have ranged abilities for stuff like this. It is absolutely great. The fear of actually going in somewhere and dying and bosses being tough is just such a welcome feeling, honestly. And Tainted Grail does it so well, okay? When you see a boss and you want to fight it, you will think twice, okay? But you just start the game. On the top of the wall that you're gonna find very soon is a boss. Now, granted, you can kill this boss relatively easily, I should say technically, if you do everything right. But the fight is gonna be long because you cannot let him hit you, because that's very potentially instantaneous death, which is arguably not great. And even basic monsters are gonna kill you, okay? And this game is very deceptive, okay? After playing it for a while, you know what I found playing this game? A bear. And I was like, oh, a bear? A bear? I'm killing things that crush human skulls. Okay? I just fought some kind of ancient creepy demon that made me shiver because the atmosphere was kind of like that, okay? I backstabbed him, literally did 1/3 of his health instantaneously. What? Do you think I'm gonna play fair? In this game, you don't play fair. Playing fair is a way to get you killed really fast. Okay, you use everything: stealth, magic, freezing. You know, go fight the cave troll at the beach at the start. Yeah, good luck. Good luck fighting him without trying to freeze him or something like that. Okay, it's not happening, Chief. Chief. Listen, it's absolutely insane. And again, I fought my bear, and I was thinking, oh, a bear. Oh, that seems so easy after everything that I have encountered. And I go up to the bear, and I fucking poke him in the ass. And he takes no damage. He just did not take a lot of damage. And now he's mad. He's really fucking mad at that. Oh, Jesus, it's a bear. It's a bear. What was I thinking? It's a great game at many moments like this. Again, the amount of subverted expectations you're gonna get in this game is insane. You think you're giving some guy a fucking piece of carrot for a stew? No, turns out they're a fucking ghost, and now you have set them free because of their guilt about, stuff. One of my favorite things, I mentioned this previously, but again, Subversion of Expectations, Tainted Grail is one of the best quality it has. And this is still one of my favorites. This is relatively fast in the game when you get to the horns. And I'm going to spoil this one a little bit. So, skip a minute further if you don't want this small, completely worthless minor detail spoiled for you. And it goes like this. So, you can talk to a guy who's on the wall, and he's like, "Oh boy, I love my life. Well, not my life, but but my sister. She's small and she's so bright. She has such a great future ahead of her. And I mean, I can't read, but she can already write and read at her age. This is insanity. She just wrote me a letter. I am so excited, but I can't read. Can you read it for me?" You take the letter, and it literally pretty much says, "Dear brother, Dad was murdered, Mom was hard-odd, and I am dying of the plague. Shit's not great, okay, fam?" And did you have to tell him this? It's so good. It's so good. You can lie and stuff, but it's so good. It's so good. It's like the subversion of expectations in this game is just on point, okay? Evil boss, they'll go have a conversation with him before fighting him, and then think that, oh, we're kind of friendly now. And then the boss is like, "Fuck you, I'm still gonna kill you, though, even though we just had a great chat. Not gonna lie, fam." It's great.
But first, watch me kill some chickens in the gameplay testing arena.
Yeah, but not gonna do that.
So up first, release date. Tainted Grail, The Fall of Avalon, is leaving early access and scheduled for a May 23rd 1.0 release date, which is less than a month away. And it's coming out on PC on the Steam and GOG stores, PlayStation 5, and also Xbox Series X and S. Release time is 5 p.m. CET. This has, of course, been a long time in the making, but we are almost there. So congrats to Questline, and really exciting times for all of us RPG lovers. Now, just an FYI, the video that's playing in the background here is the new trailer that they just released. I'll leave a link to it down below.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting things to see here. There's a lot of secrets, okay? This game has secrets. But I will give you a fair warning. Not everything is a secret. Some things that you can see in the distance and you think, wow, that's too big to be nothing, can actually be nothing.
Now, with version 1.0, the official release, you're looking at 50 to 70 hours of playtime in the game's 3 very large regions. We have a full branching main story quest with hundreds of different endings. There's a few main endings, but then there's a ton of other variants that you can have depending on what characters you made friends with, which ones you kept alive, etc. 200 plus.
Yeah, you can kill pretty much every character. Now, granted, one of the things, there are three things that I don't really like about this game that they can easily improve. One is the fact that turns out you can kill almost every character, but you need to execute them. They're kind of on their knees, and then you need to go and execute them. If they are a main story pivotal character, and that's going to change how things interact. I was so confused the first time I found it because there was one guy I was like, "Yeah, you're dead, buddy," because reasons. I just feel like it. And then it offered me to execute them, and I'm like, "What is this? Wait, did I not do this? Could I have done this previously and I never did the things?" And yeah, turns out that's just the main character you're not supposed to really kill. But you can kill them. And I wish that option didn't even exist, that you could just like execute them and then it would kind of all be fine and dandy and fun and whatnot. But there are also other things. I think, well, people are not going to notice this too much, but the spawns are stationary. Well, maybe the last time I played this game, at least it was stationary. I still want to play it more, but the last time I played it, and maybe this update that I have not currently played has changed it, but spawns are stationary. And I think when they make it that spawns are random and they can change and stuff like that, that's gonna make the game so much more interesting. because it will have so much more replayability. The skill trees and whatnot you can do here already do that, but there's so much options. Like, again, this is gonna be one of the better games of the decade.
Side quests, 250 plus unique NPCs, 400 plus unique weapons including shields, 55 plus unique spells and 14 soul cubes, 75 plus dungeons.
I hope they improve the interface, which they probably didn't do. Listen, the interface is not great, but it was previously even worse. I wish they improved the interface. Like, come on.
In this game, dungeons are of course a big focus.
That's one of the things that everyone will say about Tainted Grail. The interface needs to be improved.
And 100 plus unique enemies, including variants. But on to the other major news, and really the focus of this update video, and this is of course the introduction of the third-person perspective to the game. So as you can see right here, I am in the first-person perspective, of course, and I'm in chapter 1, so not really any spoilers going on here, although
yeah, this is literally where you start. Dude, dude, this is the place where you're gonna learn a lot of life lessons, okay? You're gonna learn the life lessons that if someone calls you trash and says, I can take you out of your misery, and you're like, fuck you, buddy. I'm gonna freeze you and then I'm gonna go ham on your ass. And then you challenge him to a fight and he, like, literally insta-kills you in 0.5 seconds because, well, turns out he wasn't lying. You are trash. You're gonna learn a lot of valuable life lessons.
I do have some really good armor and weapons that I used cheat codes to obtain so my character could look a little bit cooler. But
oh, so okay, so I wasn't playing on like super hard difficulty because I was confused because he was level 5 and the bandit boss that he killed, you should be like around level 10ish, I think, when you go and try to do that. And he was just one-shotting the guy, okay? I needed to save spam and scammers because I wanted to backstab, okay? And I did like 1/3 of the bandit boss's health with a backstab, and I still struggled to kill it after that. It's insane, okay?
The devs have stated many times in the past that there would be no third person in this game. Well, the times have changed, my friends, and with the simple click of a button,
bam,
we have now entered into the third person perspective. You can also change this in the options, and this is very...
yeah, the devs told me that this is like a thing that's gonna happen.
Unexpected for many of us, including myself, as the devs have stated in the past that third person was not going to be an option, but they decided to make it happen. And this mode will be available on official release on May 23rd. Some of you are probably thinking that the camera is a bit too close to the character here, and I agree. And it's actually one of the first things that I asked the devs about, and they actually sent me this video right here that you're looking at of what they're working on. And as you can see, they're adding a camera distance slider in the options, and you should be able to do this with your mouse scroll as well. And I'm assuming there'll be something on controller. In this video, however, as you can see, I don't have access to that feature yet, so the camera's going to be this distance for the entirety of the video. Now, the devs do want to make it clear that this is a rather...
honestly, I don't know why you would want to play this game in third person. I really don't, because the fighting feels so good in first person. I like third person. I think it's great, but the fighting is just so good. I wish he showed just you know, killing a basic enemy, how there's a slight time slowing down and then there's a hit and there's a crack. It feels so good to kill things in first person. And well, I'm not sure you don't lose that in third person. So I would suggest probably playing first person, honestly.
Their last minute addition to the game for them, and that the game was not designed from the ground up for this perspective. Let me call in my wolf companion here. Summons are back. Oh no, now we're gonna have to kill this guy. That's okay, we can do a little combat demonstration. We got the bow right here. Oh, that was a great shot. And they told me that it's more of an accessibility feature for people who can't play first person games, but
dude, this is, again, do not listen. That's just a basic corpse either that he just killed, okay? And that's gonna even be slightly a problem for you at the start of the game.
Really want to check out the game. They told me this before I was able to mess around with it a bit on these testing servers, so I was coming into this thinking that it would be pretty bad and more so just an option for players to see their character and maybe just...
Pro tip, literally take everything you can and then place it in your chest in any settlement, safe area, or whatever you can in your private stash, because you can always craft from stuff in your private stash. Otherwise you're going to be encumbered really, really fast.
Travel around just to be able to see a little bit as you're traveling. But as I started playing, even just a few minutes into it, I started messaging them stuff like this. The spell shooting in third is awesome. Caps lock on. So right here I have Scorching Pathway and Hailstone in my hands. Let's go ahead and pull some aggro here. Hey guys, what's up? I'm gonna shoot a spell this way too so you guys can see.
Oh, that's pretty
I can
good.
charge it up too. Now let's slice these guys up with a Scorching Pathway. Feels so good. It feels so good. We'll snipe this guy with a little bit of a Scorching Pathway. Oh my gosh. I'm so powerful right now. And I wanted to show you guys one of my favorite things that I experienced. So I'm going to go ahead and summon my skeleton army. We have 1 skeleton, 2 skeletons.
Summoning is technically, though, cheating at this point.
3 skeletons. And now I have something called Volatile
Now, granted, you're not going to be able to summon 3 skeletons.
Summon in my left hand, and watch what this does.
Yeah, it's effectively just corpse explosion but for skeletons.
Explodes targeted summon, dealing 40% of its max health as damage in an area around it. So it's an AoE explosion of your own summons. Let's try it on this guy down here. Call in a skeleton. He has no idea I'm behind him. Maybe sneak up a little bit. There we go. All right. 3, 2, 1. Oh, he said skeleton's too powerful. Hey. I'm absolutely loving it so far.
Yeah, you saw that slow time thing? In first person, when you just stab someone, it feels so much better.
I thought it was going to be in way worse condition than it actually is. This is totally playable in my opinion. Of course, I haven't played through everything in the game.
Also, he has 25 healing potions right there. That's normal. You're going to understand why at some point.
But it feels really good, and it's so great to be able to see my character. Now, of course, it's not perfect, and it's going to lack some polish in some areas, and there may be some issues that you'll run into. It's such a last minute. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. See ya. See ya.
That's
but the fact that
bullshit.
they're including it this late, and it's already in this condition that I'm playing in right now, which is still 20-something days until official launch, and they are going to keep working on it. Look at that. Let's go. Let's see if I can make this shot. Oh, went right through his legs. This is really, really great to see.
Yeah, you see that? That doesn't look good in third person. In first person, feels so much better.
My character's really
Still pretty good, huh?
powerful because
Again, the impact. On point, boys. On absolute point.
I have really good items, and I also cheated with my attributes.
This is literally what Skyrim should have been.
Now, the third-person mode should work with everything in the game, just like first-person does. It just isn't going to be necessarily as polished in all of those areas. It'll work with dialogue.
Oh, mother's tits. I've just about had it with this bunch of repressed virgins.
It works with swimming.
That's not even a mad issue. Oh, right, and swimming is horrible. Don't swim. Swimming doesn't really have physics. The waves are the waves are just aesthetics. But swimming in third person is probably better.
It, of course, works with combat.
Yeah, that's like a giant. I don't know why that's dead, but it's kind of cool. Someone commented how much he loves playing this game in the spear because again, there's good weapon variety. Bro. You see that? That's so good. And again, I don't know why you would absolutely want to play this at third person if you're meleeing.
It It works with horse riding, and of course I'm in the gameplay testing arena right now, which is why it doesn't look like the actual game, but let's go ahead and hop on our horse here. Guess I gotta steal it. We got some nice animations to go with it too. This is all new. I haven't seen any of this yet. Look how that looks really good.
Yeah. Not bad.
And the list goes on. Let me go ahead and just do something crazy here in the gameplay testing arena. Watch this. Woo! You go, oh no, I fell off the map. So yeah, the third person mode is still being worked on, and like I said in the beginning, it's not a feature that was designed from the ground up.
Oh, is it night, or is this just... Okay, also, you're gonna learn that night is dangerous, okay? And that's gonna be a great experience, okay? It's creepy, it's fucking dangerous, and it's more rewarding.
Alongside the game, this is something they are implementing last minute here. But
there is a lot of fear actually in this game. It makes you, again, you can save scum all you want, but it still makes you feel different about this. Okay, it feels like there's actual stakes, and that's something I haven't felt in a game for a very long time. This is why I'm such a big fan of this.
I gotta say, for a last minute...
And I still need to finish this game, by the way, okay? Because last Epoch, the season came out. This World of Warcraft rating, so much shit has happened. I haven't even finished it!
Edition, I think it's going to make a lot of fans very, very happy, and I'll definitely...
Oh, by the way, even... like, you think you can be... they nerfed stealth archering, by the way, because it was OP. Stealth is still pretty good, but again, it feels so good to just shwoo over the map and, you know, find and backstab someone. I love just saving and then stealthily assassinating a full camp. By the way, there should be some kind of slight stealth bonus, I feel, if you're listening. I understand that stealth archering should not be that powerful, even though archering, by the way, is not an all-encompassing thing. In this game, you're gonna mix what you do. You're gonna have archering, but you're gonna probably switch to melee when things get close to you. Because drawing the bow and keeping it draw drains your stamina. And your stamina, which you can see here as green, it's not like... Stamina matters, okay? This is not fucking Skyrim, okay? Here, stamina matters. If you go mad on an opponent and you lose your stamina, congratulations. If there's two opponents, you probably just killed yourself. It's so good, okay? These things. And with bows, the moment you draw your bow, you lose stamina. So you can't actually really use a bow in close range unless you want to be super scuffed.
Be playing the game in a mixture of both first and third. So much in this game just continues to improve.
Yeah, I don't know about these things, though. The early ones you find, at least, are complete trash.
Look at the soul cubes that I have in my hand right now. Look at how they are visually represented. It looks great in first person, and they look great also in third person. And soul cubes, for anyone who are not aware, are these items that you can use accompanying a melee weapon or perhaps a spell. And depending on the soul cube that you have, each soul cube will charge up by you doing a certain thing. For example, the soul cube in my right hand right here charges up by killing...
Yeah, some of them are powerful, but the early ones that you find are just like pitiful trash tier.
10 opponents, and once I've killed 10, then I can unleash its devastating effect, which is summoning a tornado, which sucks up everyone within a 5-meter radius. And I really, really appreciate how you can see the little tornado inside the soul cube on my right hand right here. This is really, really impressive.
Yeah, anyway, that was a Wolfheart RPG. There you go. 10 out of 10. Play Tainted Grail. Again, this is what you want to play. This is what you want to play, okay? This is what you want. If you like Oblivion and shit, this is what you want to play. And then you want to be like Quinn69 and say, that's bullshit! When you die for the 5th time because you got surrounded by 3 enemies, or you just encountered your first group of red caps. Because they literally surround you, because no enemy is actually slow in this game, okay? It's all just a facade. Anyway, bye!